A Windows service is a program, a routine, or a process that runs in the background. Windows Update, Windows Firewall, and Network Location Awareness are examples of services. You can see these services and others in the Services window. Type Services in the search window and click it in the results to follow along with me. You can sort the services in many ways. Sort by type by clicking the Startup column. Some services are configured to start when the computer does and are necessary for the computer to run effectively. These services are set to automatic. Sometimes problems arise when a service that needs to be running isn't. Ongoing problems ensue when a service needs to start automatically and run in the background but doesn't. You can address these issues and more from the Applicable Services Properties dialog box. I'll double-click Plug and Play to show you. I'll sort by name first so it's easier to find. I'll double-click Plug and Play. This service is what makes it possible to connect a device and let Windows configure it with very little input from you, if any. It's an important service for sure. The explanation here states that disabling or stopping this service can result in system instability if you were to discover a necessary service like this one was disabled. While troubleshooting an unstable system, you could likely recover quickly by enabling it. Let's take a look at some of the other options from the General tab and why you might change a specific configuration choice. Startup Type offers 4 options. Automatic delayed start is best when you want to configure the service to automatically start during the boot and logon sequence, but at that same time don't want it to slow down the process. This option delays the start time just a little bit to increase logon performance. Automatic configures the service to automatically start during the boot process and the logon processes. Manual causes the service to become available only when it's needed. And disabled will disable the service. Disabling the service prevents the service from starting. You'll have to enable it manually here to get it going again. You can also stop, start, pause, and resume services. If you're having problems with a service, try stopping and starting it. That may resolve the issue. There are 3 more tabs. The Logon tab lets you configure the logon account that's used to start the service. Local system is selected by default, but if you've been directed to specify another logon account, you can do so here. As an example, you might want to configure a service to run from a domain account that has access to domain resources. If problems arise for the service and the local system account, the Recovery tab allows you to designate what action will be taken if the service fails to load. You have options for first, second, and subsequent failures. You could take no action. If you're troubleshooting, though, choose Restart the service. Restarting the service will often resolve the problem. You could choose to restart the computer. This is a drastic step, so I'll suggest you use it only as a last resort. Run a program asks you to specify the program to run. You might want to run a script that notifies you when a service doesn't start so that you can look into the issue, perhaps uncovering its trigger. And finally, the Dependencies tab. This lists any services that must be running in order for the selected service to start. There are no dependencies for Plug and Play, however, if there's information. You can use it to cross-reference those services and make sure they're configured to start as well. Before you close the Services window, take a look at the services that are currently disabled on your computer. I'll click Startup Type to sort them. You might find that Auto Time Zone Updater is disabled, perhaps by choice, or routing and remote access. You might even see some smart card services. If you don't need, say, the Mark Cardology service, then it doesn't need to be enabled. See what's enabled and disabled on your computer and then close the Services window when you're finished.